Hey y'all, welcome to Stivers Homestead. Our last video of the year of 2022. It's coming with quite the surprise. Okay, I am up here at Mom's house and I need to check her fence because of the surprise. So a couple videos ago, when we were getting ready for the cold, if you watched that, you already know what the surprise is. It's something that none of us were planning for, but it's something that Jen and I have found ourselves in quite often, and it's okay. Okay, her fence looks good. But before we get into the surprise, I wanted to talk to you about this year and next year, because this will actually be our last video for a little bit, because we are going on vacation. So Jen and I will be heading out of town for a little bit to do a recharge, get ready, and start our year of 2023 off with a really good start. 2022 was a great year, man. It was a really good year. There was a lot of stuff that we had to get through. I mean, man, talk about vaccines and COVID and all that good stuff. That was a crazy year. That was a crazy year when it came to holding strong, doing what you believe is best, and really just preserving and thriving. And most of us lived to see the other side. It took a lot of work for a lot of people to really make it here. And so I definitely salute you for anything that you had to overcome this year, because it was a tough year in that matter. But we can't ignore all the good that happened. There was so much good when it came to this channel, when it came to life, when it came to homesteading. You know, we were gardening, we were preserving animals, we were canning, we were doing all these things because, one, it's what we love to do. But two, I think we all felt that need in our bodies to preserve more because of inflation, because of shortages, because of the vaccines, because of, are we gonna have jobs or not have jobs? We all found it in our core to do homesteading a little more. A lot of people started, a lot of people took the next step to go bigger and better, and a lot of the veterans are out here teaching a lot of people how to start homesteading and how to start doing this and becoming more self-sufficient. And I think when it comes to the actual homesteading and farming community, it was a beautifully perfect year. And we can see the numbers grow and grow every single year of more people doing this and more people wanting to be self-sufficient. So I salute you if you did anything in that matter on doing more homesteading. Which brings me to the next thing. Jen and I always take a year and we do a little bit more and a little bit more to try to continue to grow us. We've moved to bigger property, we've got newer animals, we're doing everything every year to do incrementally more. Well, our news might not be hitting in 2022, it might be hitting in 2023, but we are taking a giant leap of faith in the start of the new year to really dive into homesteading even more and farming and make sure that we are growing as people. We're learning more and we're making sure that we don't stay stagnant. Talked about that on the previous video. And then when we get back, will be the release to you all on exactly what is the plan for Stivers Homestead moving forward in 2023. What's the big news? What are we doing? We need this vacation to really regroup, get our thoughts, make sure everything that we're wanting to do is the right thing to do, and then hopefully nothing changes and we'll hit 2023 like a rocket ship. So I've been walking and this cat, Diane, y'all try to vlog and have his cat try to trip you the whole daggone time. So I promise we're about to get to the surprise. But I just want to say a ginormous thank you to every single one of you. Our channel has ups and downs like every channel does, like everything does in life. And there's so many of you all that are the loyal followers, the loyal Stiv tribe that we absolutely love so much. And we can't wait to see it get bigger and bigger and know that we know your all's names. We love you all. We love seeing you in the comments. And we can't thank you enough for everything that you do to support Stivers Homestead. It means so much to us, and we promise you, we will continue to bring all the goods when it comes to life, love, family, homesteading, gardening, farming, and all those things for a very long time in the future. Okay, who's ready to see the surprise? Knock, knock.
Is he ready?
Oh, hi.
Me and him been making friends.
You've been making friends. What's up, Jake? Hi, buddy. How are you? So, Stiv Tribe, meet Jake. Name created today. All right, so this is why I was checking the fence. Oh, immediately a cat.
Well, she'll move on.
Yeah. First things first, got to check the entire perimeter.
That spot down there, did you check that right here?
Yeah, down there with the rocks.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I moved him around a little bit to make sure it was really tight. Look at him, he's just happy to be free. So old Jake just randomly showed up. Now, our girls were in heat. And so I'm assuming that's probably why he got closer to us and wouldn't leave our farm even after we tried to shoo him away at first. But he was definitely dropped. He had to be. So he kept coming back to our farm, We had those extreme temps, so we ended up putting him in our garage because he is an intact male at this moment, which is no bueno here because we don't need to have a little hound beagle getting our Great Pyrenees livestock guardian dogs pregnant. That would be not good. So he's been hanging out in the garage. Look at him run. Come here, Jake. Immediately trying to find a hole. Let me check on him real quick. Perimeter check. So far, so good. So we ended up putting him in the garage. And then today we were able to take him to the vet because we wanted to see if he had a chip in him, to see if he had an owner. Make sure he didn't have any major diseases. You know, if a stray dog has like parvo or something like that, that gets into your ground. And being a farm, we cannot be having that on our grazing. So we wanted to make sure before he touched our grass that he was clean because that's just something you have to be careful with. Thankfully, he has a clean bill of health. He had fleas and ticks. But we got him some flea medicine, made sure his vaccines were up to check. And then we had to go to Track Supply and give him a bath because he stank. Dude's been surviving out in the woods, probably eating a little bit of everything. But he's a big survivor. And so now he's here with us. So we put posts everywhere in our local areas trying to see if anybody had lost this dog. Unfortunately, with beagle hounds, they are a very common stray dog because especially in a rural area, they're breeding them for hunting to be rabbit dogs and dove dogs and just different kinds of hunting dogs. And then so if they, one, don't do their job well, or two, if they're hunting and they run away, they're not going to chase after them whatsoever. And then nobody wants them because there's so many beagle hounds out everywhere. So Jen and I made the decision to not take him to any kind of shelter or pound or anything like that because confidence level was pretty low that he would get adopted, and we just can't see any animal getting euthanized because most all of our dogs were rescues. So it's really bad timing because we're leaving and he's still intact. So thankfully we do have an appointment to have him neutered, which I know some people have different opinions on, but we cannot have an intact dog on this farm. So rescuing his life and having him neutered is better than sending him off intact to potentially be, is it euthanized? Euthanized, that's the term they say. So while we're gone, we have a slew of people that's going to be on the farm taking care of it. Jed, everybody. There's going to be a lot of people here. So we were going to put him in the backyard with Mom, and he is going to get neutered while we're gone. So Mom will be able to drop him off and get that taken care of. And that'll allow him to be a little bit more free around here. But if y'all remember, Mom had a dog named Maverick that passed away recently. So now she has a new companion, don't you? We kind of
we're co-parenting.
Yeah, a little forced upon you, but he's smaller. He can be an inside dog. Once he's cut, you know, he won't be trying to mark his territory near as much, or at all, really, hopefully. So he's primarily going to live up here with Mom. However, she's on the road quite often, so we're going to do a little co-parenting. This will be his primary residence, but Jen and I will definitely be taking care of him quite a bit as well. But Jen named him Jake. I think the name fits well. If y'all are any kind of country fans, you know the song Feed Jake.
Feed Jake.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. So
It's a sad one.
it's a sad, well, it's about him. It's not about the dog dying, it's about the owner dying.
Yeah.
He just wants to make sure somebody feeds Jake because he's a good old dog. But anyways, we're happy. You know, your best dogs are the ones that find you, not the ones you pick, kind of thing. So that's why we try to rescue as many as we can. We weren't looking for another dog at all, but you know, the circumstances put us in this position. So here we are. Meet Jake. Come here. He's a good boy. He's very little. The vet said he was probably about 1-ish to 2-ish. I guess 1. He's very little, very skinny. Oh, you got a kitty cat. Y'all look alike. But I mean, he's very, very calm, very sweet, no aggression. The vet was able to clip his toenails, give him shots, and he just sat there. You can tell that he's had a rough past, but now he's gonna have a good future. Isn't that right, buddy? All right, I'm back down at our house, and Jake is settling in with his new mommy and figuring out all the things about the farm. You know, it's again one of those unexpected things that you don't plan for, but you just kind of have to be able to willing to go with the punches. Jen actually made the line. She said, "I wanted the farm, so we never had to say no," and that kind of resonated with me. You know, that's we have, everything has a purpose here, but we also very much are rescue. There's been a bunch of chickens that have been dropped off here that are now part of our chickens. And it's just one of those things, when you have a farm, you do it because you love animals. If you don't love animals, don't start farming or homesteading, because you have to grow connections with the ones that aren't being raised for meat. You have to be able to willing to take care of them through the good and bad times. And I tell you one thing, dogs are one of those that get on my nerves, but I love them to death. I love them to death. You just got to make sure that you know your breed, and get to know them, be friendly with them, and then they'll be your best buds. But y'all, it's been a great year, like I had said. This will be our last video for a little bit, but like actual legit video. We'll probably post some stuff while we're down there, just because it's gonna be fun and we're gonna be posting things anyway. So stay tuned to stories, you know, shorts, reels, all that good stuff. Just make sure you're following along and you'll get to still see a little bit of the Stivers. But we're all gonna be coming back with a new head on our shoulders, ready to rock and roll and ready to kill 2023 right off the get-go. So I hope you all had a very Merry Christmas, and you all have a fantastic New Year's. I can't wait to get this next year started. Y'all, signing off for the final video of 2022. We love you all. Until the next one. Bye.